See, this is how I know these phones and everything else around you be listening to you, bro. These phones, computers, everything be listening to you, bro. Am I a little bit paranoid? Maybe. But let me tell you why, right? I was just talking to Queen about a cruise. You know what I mean? Going on a cruise. I come on here to log on to get ready to pull up a video. What do I see? Man on a cruise ship captured something big rising out the ocean. Man, like this stuff be listening to you, bro. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We're gonna check this out because I need to know what this is. All right. So we're gonna check this video out. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. Join the fam. Here we go.
The oceans remain some of the most mysterious places on our planet.
Facts.
Beneath the depths are untold secrets waiting to be discovered. Every year people manage to capture strange photographs, leaving those who took them confused and wanting answers. Although the majority of these eventually get answers, there's a fair amount that remains a mystery. This interesting photo was recently shared to Facebook, and it shows a large structure that appears to be rising out of the ocean. This immediately caused a variety of different theories to be put forward by those who saw the images, with them ranging from it being the mythical Atlantis, to it being a cruise ship or even that of a ghost ship. I talked with the individual who shared the images, and they revealed the following details. The photograph was captured on the 7th of August at 9:37 PM in 2016.
Yo, what if that was like the back of Godzilla or something coming out the water and going back in? You know what I mean? That's what I was thinking, some type of creature or something. But they're talking about something totally different, bro. Maybe a structure or something coming out the... Uh-oh.
This is the correct time and date that can be seen on the top of the photo. We'd left our last port of Lisbon earlier that day at around 5 PM, so we were in the Atlantic on the edge of the Bay of Biscay. It was my son Tom, 11 at the time, who noticed it. We were on our balcony portside just doing what we normally did each night. I was looking for dolphins as we'd been all around the Med, and other members of my family had seen them but I hadn't, so I was on the lookout for them. This is the first time that I posted any information on these photographs, and I'm amazed at the variety of replies that have been sent. Some suggested that perhaps I messed with the photos, but that definitely didn't happen as I am rubbish with tech. Interestingly, I even had two individuals that ended up calling each other out, as one said Atlantis, and the other one said that he called it first. End quote. As of right now, people are still undecided on what the photos show. There's some that have said you can see something mysterious, like a ghost ship, a mirage, or even Atlantis, while others suggested that it could be something like another ship, and the reason you can't see it is because it's going over the curvature of the Earth. This is a phenomenon that is known and that researchers say is behind many ghost ship tales. When a ship sinks beyond the curvature of the Earth, it gives off the illusion that it's floating in the air, and that the body of it vanishes.
So first of all, salute to him for even coming forth and putting this out there. A lot of people would have had that same feeling about what they saw, but kept it to themselves out of fear of something going wrong, or, you know what I mean, something happening. So salute to him for being brave for putting this out. What do y'all think this is? Like, I have no, and they saying a ship, but that's an oddly looking ship.
And in reality, you just can't see it from your perspective. However, this does usually happen when ships are quite far off in the distance, and as some have pointed out, it looks as if this object is relatively close to the cruise ship. This phenomenon is also normally seen when people are at near enough the same level as the object in the distance, and in this case the individual was near the top of the cruise ship. It's for these reasons that others decided to put forward different theories to try and explain what was seen. One person said the following about the structure. It might be an oil rig out in the middle of the ocean or a prism for anomalies." End quote. I talked with another person who said they think it might be Atlantis. They said the following: "Atlantis is a mythical city that's been talked about for years. It's no secret that the ancient city's been elusive, and that researchers haven't been able to track down its true location. What we're seeing here is Atlantis rising from the depths. I think this man may have captured the city in all its details. Others have said the image is just another ship, but I don't believe this. I think the ocean is home to many secrets, and what we're seeing here is the ancient city." End quote. The most damning evidence against the existence of Atlantis is the clear lack of physical remnants of the so-called city. Surely if such a powerful island nation were to exist, then record pieces or artifacts from such a place would still be around somewhere, just waiting to be found. In November 2018, a British satellite firm named Merlin Burrows stated in 2018 that they had discovered images that could show remnants of the long-lost city. Merlin Burrows points towards supposed ruins that lie in the Donana National Park in Spain. According to their claims, there is evidence of concrete, which could be between 10,000 and 12,000 years old. After first being written about by the philosopher Plato, the city of Atlantis has garnered a reputation of being in control of advanced ancient technology, which was subsequently lost to time and the ocean. Because of this, efforts to find the supposed lost city have grown in frequency, with many people across the globe trying to find its location. Bruce Blackburn, a representative from Merlin Burrows, stated, "We've got a body of evidence that we've presented, and we have a whole host of proof points, and we are quite happy for people to take a viewpoint. We've released the information and we've got some films, and we accept that there will be people who think it isn't true." End quote. It's interesting when these types of photographs are taken. It makes us question what could be hiding under the depths. Although scientists have done a great job at unraveling some of the ocean's biggest secrets,
True.
it's fair to say there's many more waiting to be unraveled.
True.
In conclusion, mainstream scientists have even admitted themselves that the oceans are mysteries in their own right. A large portion of our oceans still remain unexplored, and it's anyone's guess as to what could be lurking in the depths. So far, scientists have discovered over 242,000 marine species. However, it's been estimated that every year over 2,000 new oceanic species are discovered.
Wow.
With the oceans being so vast and widespread, it's likely that scientists and researchers will be making discoveries well into the future. Scientists have done a great job at answering some of the ocean's mysteries, but it's important to keep an open mind about what could be laying in the depths. Who knows where the next discovery will lead us?
Like, I'm racking my brain, constantly looking at that photo. Oil rig, maybe. Out of everything he named that it could possibly be, that was the one that stuck with me and was like, okay, maybe that. Maybe that. But it still makes me think, what is that? What did that person possibly discover? Is it something that's trying to be hidden from us?
As the Israelites were making their way across the desert after their capture from Egypt, Moses, with strict orders from God himself, commanded them to construct the infamous Ark of the Covenant. Inside the Ark is home to numerous tablets engraved with the Ten Commandments from the Hebrew Bible that are believed to host magical powers, both good and evil. The tablets are believed to be made of gold from the Garden of Eden, representing the mortality of the universe. Like any biblical story, the truth of the matter is up to interpretation. Scholars who have studied the lost Ark of the Covenant have debated whether the Ark is made of gold or wood, what kind of powers it has, and ultimately where it ended up after vanishing from Jerusalem in 587 BC. God gave the Israelites extreme specific instructions for building the Ark of the Covenant. According to God, the Ark should be made of both wood and gold. God then instructed the builders to sheath the wood with gold both inside and out. There was to be a cherub facing a certain direction on the lid of the chest, with its wings spread upwards casting a shadow below. To imagine the Israelites wandering through the desert for 40 years were expected to create such an artistic masterpiece, with only their hands and some gold, is a huge undertaking, even with God's guidance. To make this story more believable to modern people, it's now believed that God chose only one man to be the designer of the Ark, and gifted him with the skills he would need to complete the task. One of the most popular theories is that the Israelites used the Ark to gain advantages on their way to conquer certain regions. Because the Ark was thought to be so powerful and had brought the Israelites such good fortune, it became a hot commodity. It was eventually stolen from the Israelites, but shortly thereafter the thieves were swept with disease and fatal illnesses, causing them to return the Ark immediately. For many years the Ark was lost to history, but according to audio recordings of Ron Wyatt, he claims to have found the Ark inside a chamber. Here's a transcript of the interview. Okay, the recorder's on now, so can you go ahead and basically tell me what happened? On the excavation there for the Ark of the Covenant, primarily I was interested in just the Ark of the Covenant. However, when I did the excavation down the cliff face, I ran into cutouts and we ran into crossholes, and at the bottom of this ancient quarry showed there was a crucifixion and execution spot. The Romans crucified their people there. The Jews, because of some of their special arrangements with the Romans, they basically stoned people there and beat them as examples. That's what took place there. Anyway, once we found that place, I knew that I needed to get inside that escarpment, because there were several indications that it was just a system of tunnels and chambers, and that I needed to basically just go to chamber, tunnel by tunnel, systematically go through there until I found the Ark of the Covenant, or until I didn't find it. And so we found it on January the 6th, 1982 at approximately 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And when I found it, it was in a situation that I'd not anticipated, or expected. That was that it was in a chamber that was totally filled with what appeared to be debris, and what turned out to be a bunch of materials or furnishings of the first temple, covered first by animal skins, then that covered by boards and then covered by stones, just whatever they could get their hands on. It looked as though it had been done in a hurry. It looked like they grabbed everything whatever they could to fill the place, and it was still a little fuzzy on why that would be done, but I don't see why I need to know everything. When God does something, I just know it's done perfectly. On the occasion of my 4th visit, I was going to make another attempt at getting some video footage. At that time I'd not had any success with any kind of reproduction attempt. This included Polaroid cameras, 35mm cameras, a VHS camera and video system. So anyway, I went into the chamber and loaded myself in there, and of course the thing that became apparent immediately was that the place was totally cleaned. Somebody had done what I decided that I was going to do, and that was to clean everything, pull the debris and take everything out. And I guess I should say a couple of words here, that the Ark of the Covenant was not covered in all the debris like everything else. It was in a separate container, within walls and a stone box.
That would have messed me up. I'm anxious to see if he continued on. That would have, knowing that in my mind, I'm thinking I'm the last person down there. And to come back and everything be how I was thinking I was going to do. I was going to clean it, set it up right, get it together. And all of that has been done. Yeah, that would have messed me up there, homie.
Container, within walls and a stone box. This extended from the floor, which I didn't know at the time. But anyway, the box extended up within approximately 3 inches of the ceiling. Looking back on that, I would have had to have been there when the cleanup took place in order to know all of that, and I simply was not there. But anyway, the Ark of the Covenant, the mercy seat, was in a set manner underneath the crack that came down, that extended down from the crucifixion site above, and there are several things that are rather remarkable about what happened there. The place was cleaned up, and the Ark of the Covenant was just sitting against the wall at the east side of the cave, and the cave is not perfectly oriented east, it's just on the eastern end. Behind this is this crystalline wall that emits the colour of the rainbow.
I don't think I would have touched it. Coming back and seeing that, I think I would have just left it alone. If he could have got his camera, I think he said his camera wasn't working, right? Wouldn't work when he got in there. But if he could have got it, I'd have just took some pictures. And I don't think I would have touched it, fam, because I'd have felt like something. I'd have had that weird feeling like something's wrong or somebody's setting me up or something. I don't know. The whole paranoia would have set in. I don't think I could have messed with it.
And the Ark of the Covenant was just sitting against the wall at the east side of the cave, and the cave is not perfectly oriented east, it's just on the eastern end. Behind this is this crystalline wall that emits the colour of the rainbow. End quote. As of right now though, his discoveries and claims have been dismissed by scientists, saying that the Ark of the Covenant has not been found. But amateur researchers believe that Ron did find the Ark, and it's now being kept hidden somewhere. So what do you make of this recent announcement? Do you think Ron found the real Ark of the Covenant, or do you think his story is made up? Be sure to leave your questions and answers in the comment section below, and help us to grow this community while working to solve these unexplained mysteries.
What do y'all think? Y'all believe him? Did he find it? What do y'all think? Because it's easy for us to say, you know what, he probably never found it, he just talking crazy. Or he could have found it and they're just trying to downplay it so they can find it and keep it for themselves. Remember that the gold was attached to it, remember, right? So, like, think about it, man. When we talk about things being discovered in Egypt, a lot of that stuff has been rummaged through already because the thieves came through to steal all the jewels and the gold and things that, you know what I mean, they were buried with. All the treasures. What makes this situation any different? I don't know, man. Listen, bro, this is going I hope you're not on a cruise ship watching this or about to go on a cruise ship, because this is going to be on your mind about when you look over your balcony or over the rail and out into the ocean. If you see something, man, snap a picture, bro. You might have just discovered something. I don't know. This is the type of stuff that's going on out here, though, man. So y'all be safe and stick around and stay tuned. Till the next one, I'm gone. Peace.